baby ducks. How is everybody? I need to catch my breath. Really, seriously, need to catch my breath. I was just leaving work. I set up the live as I was on my way out, as in scheduled it. It was late going up. It's just been one of those days. Rushed to get back into town. I didn't have the car because I wasn't far and I didn't need it, so I had to walk back. And then I got into the supermarket, started getting all my stuff, and all the fire alarms went off. So it was that, please put down and make your way out of the building. And I was like, no, if they need me outside the building, I'm going to be outside the building for hours. So I did what I usually do. I went round the back in the car park. But then because the fire alarms were going off, all the lifts were shut off. So I've just walked 19 flights of stairs. I got in at something like 5:26. Quickly put my coffee down, did what I need to do. So I'm very discombobulated. So I'm winging it. It's Wing It Wednesday. Well, that could catch on, couldn't it? It's Wing It Wednesday today because everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And I was like, no. And halfway up the stairs, I was like, oh, I can't breathe. I'd got my rucksack on my back. Like, I'm not carrying enough weight without a rucksack on my back, having to do 19 stories. So, yeah, anyway, I'm here. I made it. But everywhere looks like a bomb's hit it. I just chucked everything and got to my laptop, and here we are. So, child lock. I need that sip of coffee. Oh, let's give everybody a welcome as we usually do. Wow, we're scrolling way back. Maybe today I shouldn't do an individual welcome because I think we'll be here for a very, very long time because I've just waffled for the first 5 minutes of being live anyway. But hello to every single one of you. It's lovely to see you. Yes, Nancy, 19 floors. I'm at the top. I've got the penthouse suite. Amazing views. But if the lifts break, and we have 2 up to this floor, if they break, or we have where it just says not in use because, you know, there's a fire fault or whatever, then it's a nightmare being right at the top. Swings and roundabouts. If I'd climbed all those stairs, I'd be on the floor. Well done, Simon. I do feel body magic. I do feel my chest is really tight, but I think that's because all I want to do is lay down on the sofa. My knees are weak. My knees are stiff. My legs are weak like jelly. You know, when you do that and you kind of like, oh, so I just need to breathe. Anyway, oh my, 19 flights. Enough about me and everything else. I just felt like I was on a back foot anyway, because normally on my lunch, I will set the schedule up. But I didn't technically get a lunch today because it's just been, you know, you just have those days where you just go with what's happening. So I didn't get it. So I just thought I'll do it just before I leave, which I did. But then I was like, oh, shoot, I don't have a car. I better walk. Luckily, it's downhill. Going there in the morning, it's uphill all the way because Nottingham is built on 7 hills. So it is very hilly. The only flat part is the square. And that's why the square is there in the centre, because it's the only part of the city that's flat. But it was nice because it's walking downhill on the way back. So I made good time. But it also means that I hope the lifts are working after this because I need to go back out to get the food that I was going to get before I was asked to put everything down and evacuate. You got coffee, Becca. I've got my coffee. Thankfully, I've got my coffee. Simon, no romper room and the magic mirror roll call. I'm dating myself. You're right, Caroline. No romper room and the magic mirror roll call. I'm dating myself. I am totally befuddled by that. Sounds like running a marathon. Well done, Simon. Relax. Well, like Chris said, it's body magic. Body magic is a Slimming World term. So, which means fitness, exercise to complement your healthy eating plan. Yeah, so anyway, how is everybody doing? Have you all got a cuppa? Anything going down? I've just seen we've just had another, I nearly said presidential. Oh, please no. No. We don't want to become a republic and have a president. Let's keep what we've got. But we've just had another prime ministerial. I'll go with prime ministerial update. So yeah, our lockdown is continuing further. Schools will not be opening now after half term. They will be looked at the earliest on the 8th of March. So an additional 2 weeks. Yes, Sandra, I am relaxing. I'm very much relaxed now. Now I'm sat here and got a coffee and can chat to you, lovely lot. So I have a cuppa in one of my new mugs. So happy to finally replace the one that broke. Did the one break like the one you got me? My Glastonbury mug broke, didn't it? I was gutted. I seen it fall in slow motion, you know, and you're just like, you think to yourself, why didn't I just try and stop that? Hawaii division reporting in with dirty chai decaf and gorgeous sunrise. It's hard to believe that you are getting the sunrise while we've just had sundown. It's officially dark across the city now. Is there a fire? We got a fire out there. Ignore me. It's a reflection. Oh dear, I ought to end this and perhaps start again tomorrow. I have my usual iron brew, says Chris. Would we have it anyway? Do you know what? I was in Asda last week and I went down the pop aisle and I saw iron brew and I looked and there was no sugar-free or diet iron brew. I just don't think it's a thing here. You lot are loving it, aren't you? I was like, I see this glow in the sky, like a flamey glow, and no hope. Hi, Aaron. Fuck's sake, Salmon. I was like, save the decks. No, I could see it on the horizon. And I thought, oh, there's a big fire out there. I need to be able to show you, but I don't know how I could show you. Can't turn the laptop around. I wonder if I can. Will that work? That might work. No, it doesn't really. The window is kind of, do you see like the orange, the flame there and the orange glow? That is the horizon with the city below. So there's like an orange glow with a flame. And I was like, oh my God, there's a fire. Never noticed that before. I mean, I've sat opposite this for forever. So, but it's just the reflection. Have pity on me, guys. It's not been a great day. Simon, it might be only a US kids show that was back in the 60s. All right. We looked into a mirror and could call out the names that she saw. Wow. Yeah, no, I don't. Snacking on pineapple. I love pineapple. Pineapple and grapes and mangoes. They're my favourite fruit of all. Oh, I could live off mangoes. So anyway, how are we all? There's almost 100 people here, so it's lovely to see everybody. Don't worry, just aliens landed. Butterfly, are you sure you're not Tangy by another name? Just aliens landing to sort the mess out. Gosh, can you imagine? Discombobulated for sure, right, Mindy? Yeah. Deanne's like, yeah, elemental cartomancy. I was like, shit, he's worn out and he won't be able to get the decks. Bedtime, I think. Hi, Rob. I think I might have an early night tonight. Who's on tonight? What day are we on? Wednesday. Yeah, Wing It Wednesday. So it's Becca tonight. So I might get to bed after Becca's. We'll hold you together. Thank you, Tammy Pie. I'm not normally this disorganized, am I? Jamie, hello, Jamie. Got up early and had my orange chocolate coffee and went to the hospital for my COVID booster. All done with that now. That's brilliant. That's really good. We're still not at the stage yet where we're rolling out below 70s for vulnerable people. That should be coming soon. I think mine's due about April. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Pyride. It's fun. It wouldn't have felt right if I'd come home and not gone live anyway. As I was halfway up the stairs, I was thinking of sending a message to the quarantine saying help. But I thought, no, it's all set up. I'll get there in time. I'll get there. Push on, push on. Hi, Angie. Quote of the day. Are you rushing me, Chantal? I normally do that about 5 to. I like to just have a bit of a how's everybody doing, check in, and then we do quote of the day and then deck of the day in the last half an hour. But yeah, I just thought we'd have a bit of a check-in first. Yeah, we normally have a chit chat first, Chantal. Chris knows. He knows the score. Get yourself a drink. You deserve it now. Got my drink. Oh, are you talking about drink? No, not on a school night. You're all right, Chantal. Don't worry. Jackie got COVID testing kits from school today. All right, we've been doing ours for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Since we came back, we started doing. We had a week to prepare when we came back, and then we started doing them. So I've had 3. I have mine on a Monday. I'm taking a couple of learners from one site to another in the morning so they can have theirs. But yeah, we do them every day except for Friday. Because by Friday, everybody's either been in at some point in the week and had theirs. Oh, brilliant. It worked then, Dan. His divine masculines arrived. What do you think? Have you had a look at it, or are you doing a walkthrough? You were talking about either doing a live or a premiere or something, weren't you, to do that? But I bet you've already had a sneak peek. Heidi says, as a homeschooler, school night is perfect time for a drink. I told you what the little cheat was, didn't I? Work meetings, you fill your mug with whatever your beverage is, gin and tonic, say, and then you cut the tags off tea bags with a string, and you put some tape on the inside of your cup and have your string with your tag hanging over. And as you sit there in boring training sessions or work meetings, you're like, yeah, and you sit drinking your gin and tonic, and everybody thinks you've got a cup of tea. We have to do 2 each week, or we do 1 a week. When you go to the NHS app, it says, are you doing weekly testing or daily testing? So I don't know how you get to put yours in with it being twice weekly. Hey, June, how are you doing? Oh, Dan's not opened it yet. I will do a live walkthrough tonight if there is a free slot. Well, it would either be, I suppose, you normally do an hour. It'd either be 8, which would be before Becca, or 10 after Becca. Please say 8. Please say 8. Don't keep me up tonight. I would be there because I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Because I remember all the way through the campaign, which feels like forever ago now, doesn't it? It was a year last October. You was messaging me saying, will it get past the line? Will it make it? And it was touch and go for a long time, wasn't it? Hence me being a patron backer to make sure it got past that line. Pee Wee Herman, You what? I will do 8 p.m. then. Oh, cool. So Dan's going to go live at 8 with his views of the divine masculine. Or 7, Dan. I don't think anyone's live at 7. Yeah, I'll be done for 6:30, which will then give me time to get to the shop and back, depending on whether I've got to do the stairs again. If I've got to do the stairs again, I'm having a Slim Fast bar, and that's it. Forget dinner. I'll have a shake or a bar. That's all I've got in. And some bread. I could have toast. Depends. You could go 7:30, and then if you run over the hour a bit, you've still got a bit of flexibility, and there's an hour between this one. So 8 is lovely. Oh, good. Oh, hi, SL Wyman. No worries. I can just see Pee-wee with those white platforms. Why on about Pee-wee Herman? I'm not even sure who Pee-wee Herman was. I've heard the name mentioned. And in one of my favourite John Waters films, which is Serial Mom, there's a scene where they do like a jumbo sale thing. And there's a woman who's selling a Pee-wee Herman doll in its case. And this particular person gets murdered over it because they make it look like it was worse than it was or something like that. I forget now. But that's the only thing I really know about Pee-wee Herman. Pee-wee dancing to the tequila song. I'm back on Slim Fast too, Simon. I'm not. I've just got some in as a backup, you know. I keep one bar in my bag, my rucksack, in case I'm at work and, you know, I'm limited on what I can get or something. So I've just got it in just as backups, but I can't do it all the time. Just bars and shakes. The problem for me with meal replacements is once Slimming World opens up and I go back onto a healthy eating plan, I will gain weight because meal replacements help you to lose weight, but as soon as you go back onto solids and things like that. So we're just waiting for Slimming World, aren't we? There was a show called Pee-wee's Playhouse and a classic 80s comedy called Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Right. And was he like, did he look like a man-child, if that's the right phrase, you know, like a grown-up baby? Pee-wee Herman. Did you guys watch the Dior Tarot collection video? No. The Dior Tarot collection. I started this with Romper Room for Children show in the US. It's really lovely. I like all the olive colours. Dior. I know there was it Dior? There was a shop in Italy or France, maybe Paris. I suppose with Dior it would be Paris. But I seem to think it was another fashion house in Italy. And they used the tarot in their window display to advertise their collection. But that was a couple of years ago, and that was quite impressive. And that kind of went through the community. I'm thinking of starting Slimming World as I weighed myself the other day. Not good. I want rugby to restart. I think I have rugby build, so maybe shouldn't worry. Yeah, exactly. And once you're doing a sport like rugby, you know, you will tone up and the excess puppy fat would fall off anyway. So we're all in this situation. We're all kind of, you know, pushing up the scales a bit, aren't we? I could never figure out why everyone seemed to love Pee-wee Herman. It just irritated me. Like I say, I don't know enough about it really. So I'm just doing exercise. Dolce & Gabbana storefront in Milan had that display. That was it, curious me. Dolce & Gabbana in Milan. Yeah, and it was beautiful. Really beautiful. So what's the Did someone say Yves Saint Laurent? No, it wasn't Yves Saint Laurent. Who's just said have a look at the video? I've forgotten now. See, in my brain for 1 minute, out the next. Simon, this Dior, that's it. This Dior one is stunning. Oh, Elaine, you'll have to message me a link and I'll have a look later. In between all the lives that's going to be happening tonight. It'll be fun. All right, shall we have our quote of the day? The Dior video. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. So is it an actual tarot? I bet it costs a fortune if it's Dior. Is it actually Dior or is it Dior inspired? Got my golden Art Nouveau deck today. Was that after watching the... Oh, yes, I remember you posting saying you was ordering it. What do you think, Jackie? Oh, Dior Haute Couture based on Tarot Vid on YouTube. So it's not a deck. Okay. Chantel's happy. Yay, quote of the day. All right, let's see if you can get today's quote of the day. It's an easy one, but it could also apply to more than one card. But it's a spring clothing line, Major Arcana inspired. Right. See, tarot's becoming quite mainstream, isn't it? So the quote for today is, it's very short. This too shall pass. I've got that song in my head now. We'll get through it all together. So this too shall pass is the quote of the day. Let's see who gets it first. Fashion modeling on the tarot. Yeah. 10 of SPW. 10 of Swords. Tammy Pie. Well done, Tammy Pie. It's my 5 of Pentacles. And, you know, like I said, it could be, it could relate to things like 10 of Swords, the star, the sort of the light at the end of the tunnel that the star talks about. 3 of Swords, the heartache is temporary, isn't it? So, yeah, it could be all of those, really. But this too shall pass. And when this card has had a very strong impact on me when I first saw it, you know, it was like, wow, you know, this is how I felt when I first bought my tarot deck, that, you know, living in an organized, established, structured religion where something happened every day of the week that kept you within that, you know, all your family in there, all your friends, because you weren't encouraged to have friends outside of the faith, as Heidi will mention, who's in the testify. So it still sticks, Heidi. You know, it's very much, you've got family home leaving on Monday, you have youth or young men's, young women's on Tuesday, you have beetle drives and activities, and there's always something for you to be involved in that keeps you part of it. And I felt very much on that outside, battered and broken, if not physically, then certainly on an emotional and mental. Yeah, 10 of Swords or the Tower. But do you know what? What this reminds me of really is that all difficulties that we might face or experience have a shelf life. Very much feel on the outside when you question or leave. Yeah, even at the point of questioning, before you actually leave, that sort of wall comes at you, doesn't it? And for me, it was very much, you know, realizing that this storm that they're facing and, you know, really going in up against the wind and the storm, the snow and everything, it will blow over. Just like this week, you know, Monday morning, everywhere was covered in a foot of snow. Today, there's nothing. It's gone. It's blown over. It's washed away. The night is at its darkest before the dawn, which You know, I'm giving lots of quotes and cliches here, but it's really true. You know, you get through it. And the fact that both of these central figures are walking towards the right is indicating that they're walking away from and into their future, you know, and they will get through it. We have to remember as well that the Five of Pentacles talks about the fact that there's no pain, there's no gain. So all of the hardships and the knocks that we experience in life, you know, actually are shaping us into becoming the people that we become. And sometimes once we are, you know, kind of battle scarred, those scars might leave a physical appearance or an emotional scarring, but what it shows, those battle scars shows that we've been through it, we've survived, and we've triumphed, we've won against adversity. So yeah, this too shall pass, because they're walking away, they're walking to a future, and you know, it doesn't snow all the time. Storms pass. So it's a beautiful way. I mean, and I don't want to just single you out, Heidi, but I know we've had very similar life experiences. When you saw the Five of Pentacles, did it, I don't want to use the word trigger, but did it bring up something in you? I don't know. I just remember flicking through a Rider-Waite-Smith deck for the first time, and I was like, oh, wow, that card. And I've talked about it lots on my channel over the years. It's a good saying. What, this too shall pass. Yeah. Hi, Jen. Jen's here. Have you been here a while, though? I seem to remember looking and seeing you earlier. But yes, because you said Five of Cups as a suggestion. So that was today's quote of the day, and I'm that discombobulated. I didn't even pop up the little banner look saying what it was that I'm doing. But we'll have a look at deck of the day. Exactly how I felt, like an outcast. But you're right that it passes and new friends and experiences come. Yeah, exactly. You chatted with me earlier. So those of you who remember, we said today we'd be looking at the Lumina Tarot, and thank goodness that we did, because I wouldn't have had time to put this deck in order with the way tonight's gone. So you'll recall yesterday, I've got these three shelves really that have Connected and Free 1 and 2 and Lumina Tarot. So my original deck, which is this massive thick deck that I edged in black, it was one of the very first decks I ever modified, actually. Pull yourself together, man. I love walking in the snow and stained glass windows. Five of Pentacles meaning this too shall pass is brilliant. Good. I'm glad it resonated with you, Diane. Favourite part is deck of the day. All right, Becca. Do you not like my quote of the day in the chit chat? I'm joking. If there's time at the end as well, I'll show a few of the Connected and Free Oracle cards. Because we often talk about pairing, don't we? Pairing tarot and oracle. And the Connected and Free and the Lumina Tarot pair beautifully. It's a stunning oracle. I can't believe I don't use it more. Yeah, you tell her, Sandra. You tell her. So Lumina, it's by Inner Hugh, Lauren Aletta, I think her name is. And it says Living with Soul. And real quality. Now, as I said yesterday, there was a little bit of controversy when this was launched, because people were saying that, you know, it was too similar to the Wild Unknown, that they were jumping on the Wild Unknown bandwagon. And I resisted the Wild Unknown at first, because when I joined the community, everybody was talking about the Wild Unknown, the Wild Unknown. And I didn't really want a full animal deck. And the Wild Unknown isn't full animal deck. It's Pip and animal deck. But I looked at the artwork and thought, wow, that's quite beautiful. And then I saw the Lumina, and I liked the fact that there was humans, animals, and everything else in this. It was more scenic. My only criticism of this deck is that everybody does look like supermodels, you know, so I'd have liked to have seen a lot more diversity, particularly in body shapes and things like that. I want to see people who aren't off the pages of Vogue, you know. But anyway, and sympathy for our Jen being forgotten. Oh my gosh, Jen is never forgotten. Oh, and what about sympathy for me, Sandra? I was the forgotten one. You wasn't forgotten. I just saw people saying hello to you, and you were saying hello to others. So I was like, hi, Jen. And then I was like, hold on a minute. You've been here. I've seen you here. So I hadn't forgotten you. I was more questioning why people were saying hello to you. But anyway, in this set, which is untouched, this is my backup copy. You get a little bag, or as Dan says, a baggie. And it says, Inner Hue, Living with Soul. It's an okay bag, nothing spectacular. It's quite a rough cloth, but it's nice. You get the book, which is the Lumina Tarot book. It's a square book. You don't get, well, actually, you get more text than you do with the Wild Unknown, but the images are black and white. And I think that the magician was, when I thought yesterday we had a good looking devil, because we don't, it's a buffalo. So where I was thinking, I don't know. But there are some, so our Chris will probably like this deck. Have you seen this deck, Chris? Black and white images, but you get a fair amount of text. Sorry, opposite side on StreamYard. And you get a meaning, and then you get a shadow meaning. Do you see there at the bottom? It says shadow. So it's quite a nice book. Stirring the pot with that big spoon. What's she up to? Cast aside, out in the cold, like the Five of Pence. She is stirring it. At the bottom of the box, we've got this padded area because the book obviously isn't as thick as the cards, which are here. And then we've got this Ouroboros. And then on the inside, under the cards, it says, let your intuition guide you. You are what you've been looking for. And I love that. Oh, it's showing that I'm not broadcasting. Am I broadcasting, people? Can you still see me? Let me close down. Let me know if you can still see me. I see you, yes. Did I go off at all? Because on my iPad it said no connection. Wish I knew how to use this new format. I can see you coming through from Facebook, Maya. Is that how you say your name? Maya. I can see you coming through. So not here. Oh, they're gone. For a second it went off. Okay. Well, if you can hear me, then refresh. I wonder what that was about. No loss for Jackie. So it went off for a bit for Sandra. But anyway, back. So that's the main thing. So yeah, nice little set with the box. This one is the second edition. Obviously not edged. I've done nothing with this. So it has black backs. It does lend itself to be edged in black. Like I showed there, it's quite nice. Cardstock is amazing. Really, really amazing. Yeah, Simon, I've seen it, but I think it's out of print, isn't it? So I've tried not to look too closely. Don't want to fall in love with something I can't have. The Lumina is like a straight man. I had to think then for a second, then I got you. Not a blink, says Mindy. That's good. How weird. So yeah, so we get the 3 stars, and if you get the Oracle, which is in the same cardstock, it has 1 star. They're the same size in height. No, they're not. I was going to say they're the same height, but wider, but they're not. There's a bit of a difference between the Oracle and the Tarot. Same cardstock though, but look how beautiful the Oracle is. But so is the Tarot. So this is more a standard Tarot size, just a slight little bit taller. ICUP. I'm a child. What? ICUP. Anyway, let's press on. So as I said, it's a really nice thick deck. Cardstock is matte and dreamy. Really, really dreamy. Apparently it's the same cardstock that the original Wild Unknown had. I've never had the original Wild Unknown, so I just know it's, you know, from what I've heard, it's like this. Again, because it's similar in style, it's got a lot of black and white sketching, but then these bursts of colour. So this is our Fool. Yes, Anne, that's what I was saying. If there's time, and well, I'll make sure this time. At the end, I'll show a few of my favourite Oracle cards, so you get to see them both. This is our Magician. Love that. Really love it. We've got that Ouroboros at the top, and we've got Pentacles. We've got the Lemniscate in there. He's got all the tools. I love that he's manifesting with his hands. The High Priestess is interesting. It's like a mirror image, isn't it? It's perfectly symmetrical, other than the use of colour on one side with a flash of blue. Empress. He looks hot, says Richard. Here is our Emperor. I love the Hierophant. A lot of people, when this deck come out, said, oh, I really don't like the Hierophant. I just see Charles Manson. But he is a cool looking dude. This is how I'd want to look if I'd got a full head of hair. It's the hippie in me. But I love that Hierophant. And look at the colours. We've got the, is it Metatron's cube or whatever? Not really into a lot of sacred geometry, but I love the Hierophant. Oof, very handsome Emperor. They are all beautiful in this deck. Our Lovers, I like. Lots of fiery passion there as well with those colours. The Chariot is just 3 horses, but we got the triple moon. Hi, Dory. Gorgeous colours in the Strength card. We've got some astrological symbols as well. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. It has the Tree of Life, the Kabbalah up there underneath. Death. Definitely a Charles Manson look. So this is the Devil, and it's a buffalo or a bison. I can never really tell the two, but it's interesting for a Devil card. It's half in shadow, half in light. These beautiful poppies. the Tower, Star, the Moon. Love the Sun card. Really love the Sun card. And Judgment is pretty intense as well. Oh, I think I want this deck. The art is very evocative. Dory, this is the Lumina Tarot. It's been out for a few years. Someone's just said they think it's out of print though. But they do tend to come up. So it is quite pippish now. So we have our Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. Cardstock is just one of the best cardstocks I own in all my tarot decks. Look at that for the Five of Wands. How they're locked horns or antlers. Six. Bye, Betsy. IRAM 9. Can someone tell me how to use and why to use StreamYard? I don't get it. I'm not quite sure what you don't get because you're using it. You're chatting in the comments and we can see you. I think they did a newer release, which is apparently not nearly as good quality, or maybe I'm thinking another deck. Possibly. And I did say yesterday that this has been released for mass market, but only in France with French titles, but you could still use it. Cardstock isn't anything like this, but it's in a lovely big set with a big book. And Lisa at Mindful Tarot, who's now Esther, she changed her name to Esther, has done a walkthrough of it. And when I went onto Amazon France, it's on there. That's gorgeous. Look at that. All foxes in the Wands courts. Here we are. An alert, Chris. Get ready. Our Knight of Wands. I love the colours of his cape. And the Queen. So I love the foxes that are in the courts. French version is on UK Amazon. Oh, wow. That's good to know, Butterfly. Here's our King of Wands. That's like a giant sunflower behind, isn't it? It looks like a giant sunflower. Ace of Cups is beautiful. Really beautiful. We have the Two of Cups. I'm just going to speed it up a bit so I can show you some of the Oracle cards as well. 3. 4. 5 has this raven. 6. 7. Love this. Look at that. Beautiful image. I like the subtle use of colours, yeah. We saw you on Facebook as well. I did mention that I could see you. Hi, Elaine. I'm glad I didn't miss it all. So I'm just showing the Lumina Tarot as promised last night. It was a request. We have our Maiden. So we have Maiden rather than Page. And then our Knight. Love that. Look at that. That beautiful moon behind. Encompassed by the Ouroboros. Queen. So they all have snakes. Here's our king, Switsu. Swords, Ace of Swords. Gorgeous imagery. I love that the Three of Swords is through a rose, but you still get the drips of blood look. So it's almost like it's taken the colour out of the rose, drained it of its colour. Five of Swords. This is one of the most beautiful cards. This is the Six of Swords. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And you don't get any, you know, because they're matte, you don't get any shine or anything. You can really see the images nicely. There's your little rat, L. At least I think it's a rat. Could be a hamster. I'm not sure why anybody would put a hamster in a deck. Not that I've got anything against hamsters before you leave me awful comments. You hamster hater, you. I used to really want this deck. I'm not so sure now. And that's good, isn't it? Because if you had it, you might have moved on from it. Our Knight of Swords. All birds in the courts here. The Queen. We get an older king here. So we get some age diversity at least. Hamsterist. I used to have a hamster. I was so original with the name. Hammy. Ace of Pentacles is beautiful. Look at that. The 2 is very Marseille-ish. Don't hate the hamster. I like hamsters. I love this green. Really beautiful green. Six of Pentacles. I love how those hands are making a pentacle. I had a white one called Snowball. I might get the French one. Just how is the guidebook, Sam? It's in French. It will be in French, but I won't let that put you off. You may be able to get online PDFs or something. I'm not quite sure. Look at the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have bears in the Pentacles suit. So here's our maiden, the little cub, little bear cub. The knight. That's stunning, isn't it? With the Alps in the background. The queen. And the king. Yeah, so that is the Lumina Tarot by Inner Hue. And then I'll show a few of my favourites because it's only 20 past. I know I kind of went quickly through that, but I'm mindful of time and also that people want to see a few of the the problem I've got is there was 2 versions. So the first version I edged in black. The second version I messed up a bit because I bought a silver pen. I wanted them to be different because there are different cards in them, and I edged it in silver, but it made a mess. So I was a little bit gutted. That's an additional card that was added. So I'll show a few of my, and they have chakras in these as well. I'll show a few of my favorites. Is Hen here? I see people saying hi. I had a guinea pig called Rainbow. Hello, Hen. Nice to see you. So we have Receiving Frequency. Oh, this card stock. That, oh yeah, there's two. I was like, it can't be that thick. Receiving frequency, but again, it's exactly the same card stock as the tarot, only the cards are a little bit bigger. But you do get more colour in this version. I love this card. This is fear. And it takes you a while to realise what's happening. There are shoes that are upright and empty. And all you can see is the reflection in the water. You know, false evidence appearing real. I love it. I really love it. We fear the shadows. Let's find a couple of other really lovely ones, so I could end up showing all the decks. Bye, Becca. That's gorgeous. Yeah, and then you get each of the chakras as well. So here's like the sacral chakra, so you can do some chakra work. There's a couple more there. This is a beautiful one. I love this one as well. Endings. This red door. Heart is beautiful. There's a few more chakra ones. So that's quite wild unknowny, isn't it? Wild unknowny. I think you know what I mean. And then you get chakra love, which has all of the chakras in there. Final step. It's like these little stepping stones. Embrace. And I showed this one as well, which is stand still. So that's from the first deck. And then there was a second deck released, which had some additional cards. And some were switched. So we had like conflict, which I love that. The conflict between the head and the heart. Gorgeous. I love this as well. This is soul knowing. Look at that. I love purple, but I love the smoke coming out from the chimney with all of this sort of, all of these symbols and knowledge and Is it an oracle deck today? Now, I've just done the tarot, but there is like a companion oracle deck, so I thought I'd show that as well. Beginnings. You still get some of the old favourites like that was in the first. See if there's any other new ones in here. Yes, this one, responsibility. I like that as well. This one I like, decisions. Abundance. High flying. High flying adored. Going to Rita now. My story's quite usual. Oh, that one's upside down. We have healer. What's that? I have Star Wars Clone Wars to thank for that. This one is stunning. I love this because I love elephants anyway, but look at the colours around it. Strength. Look at the detail in that. I've touched something. I'm not sure how to get there now. Got rid of it. Spiritual suffering. These little firebugs trapped. And this one is gorgeous, which is fun. So yeah, so that's both versions of Connected and Free. The first one was obviously the first edition, and then the second one was the second edition. yeah, oracles that go with Lumina. So I've connected them 3. 1, I'll put them in the wrong way around. 1, 2, and then the Lumina Tarot. And then I've got my backup Lumina Tarot, which I've showed you tonight because they was already in order. So 26 minutes past. Let's get a card pull. So as usual, we're going to pull from Moonlight Oracle. No matter how many times I say it, I always get messages saying, what's the deck that you pull from at the end? So that's what they are. We'll see what today's card will be. Pop a little bit of paper away. Cool storage box. Yeah, it was really cheap. Can't remember where I got it from now. Maybe something like IKEA, I seem to think. I have the Lantern Oracle. I'm not sure what the Lantern Oracle is, although it does sound familiar. Freddie was my last pet in that house. Oh. Oh, so Caroline said, has everyone seen the Lantern Oracle? Connects to Mother, Maiden, and Crone. What a beautiful deck. Hi, Jonathan. Just coming time for the card pull. Oh, turned one round. Maybe I should choose that one because the belongings from the Fool card. The belongings. What message can we take from that? I suppose really, for me, it'll be for us to consider what is meaningful for us. When I think about the Fool setting out on his journey, I always think, I wonder what he's packed to take with him that's so important. And if we think about the things that are important to us, our belongings, and we was about to go on a journey somewhere, what is it that we would take with us? What do we place value on and why? And I've often seen people talk about having like a either a spiritual toolkit or a rescue kit or a health and well-being kit filled with things that lift their sort of spirits or can bring them out of a sense of feeling a little bit low, so it elevates them. And I guess, you know, at the moment, we're all in this kind of awful situation together. So maybe it's time to surround ourselves with things that have meaning for us, whether that's something that has sentimental attachments, or whether it's things that we just, you know, we pick up and it instantly brings a smile to our face. So belongings. I'm looking at this rather than whether we feel we belong somewhere and having a sense of belonging more because it's the belongings and it's the Fool's kind of little pouch. What is it that you would take with you if you was to have to go on a journey, a trip, and you can only take a few things? And why do you place value on them? And then perhaps consider having them to hand to lift your mood and spirits whilst you're in this situation that you're in at the moment where, you know, things are pretty sad and depressing out there at the moment. So I think we could all do with having things around us that, you know, help us and lift our mood when we need to call upon it. Yes, well-being kit. I've been thinking about this because I have to bring out some tools recently. I think we'll all find ourselves in situations where we do need to have those little things around us, and they're going to be so individual to each of us, aren't they? But all right, it is past. Sorry about the frantic start to today's QuaranStream. Thank you for helping me come down and chill out and relax with some lovely incense, some candle flames that I thought meant that the city was on fire. It's been lovely to check in with you guys. It's hump day. So be kind to yourselves as we go over the hump of the week, as we head towards the weekend. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, all being well, and I will see you all there. So don't forget, if you want some lives tonight, Dan from Epine de Vale will be going live at 8 p.m, showing his Divine Masculine deck, and Becca will be doing her midweek live as well at her usual time of 9 p.m. So lovely to see everybody here. Be kind to yourselves, look after yourselves, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.